What's going on, everyone? It's Charizard here, and today we are doing our second episode in our Road to the Staff of Armadyl, but with a little twist that we will get into very, very shortly. Let's jump into it. So the little twist that's coming up, of course, is if any of you are on Discord, you will know that I absolutely lost my patience waiting for the Staff of Armadyl, desperate to get it, really wanted to try it, really wanted one. So I ended up selling one of my seismic dual-wield weapons so that I could afford to buy it. But that didn't quite go to plan because it wouldn't buy. The final piece wouldn't buy, so we ended up doing quite a bit of Zamorak and even more so of ED3. Of course, during my ED3 runs, I thought it best to make the best use of my Death Touch darts. After seeing some other videos and doing some Googling, it suggested that the Death Touch darts are best used at ED3. So there's some information that I can share with all of you. It's the best place for average GP per dart that you use, because they've increased the drop rate of normal items and the stuff that you get, as well as the chance for the Eldritch crossbow piece. So as I said, we ended up doing a bit of ED3, Zamorak, and other bits, you know, the normal bossing experience, and then I ran out of patience, and I have recorded the purchase of the Armadyl staff pieces and actually getting the pieces combined and then equipping the staff for the first time. So this isn't a normal episode. I'm not going to go do a bunch of bossing. I'm going to show you me putting the staff on for the first time, which, let me just say now, was one hell of a feeling. So the first thing I did, of course, is to get my two pieces out, and then I started trying to buy the piece, the third piece, the Fractured Armadyl symbol, for as much money as I possibly had. At one point, as you can see on screen, I had like 600k. So then I resorted to, right, okay, so all the bossing that we've done, ED3, Zook, everything, I'm going to withdraw all of it and start selling all of that as well. And it's just as well I did, because I only just about managed to buy the third piece. But let's skip after having sold everything when the piece finally bought and I could combine the staff. So here you can see we left the offer in, we logged in, and we had finished buying the Fractured Armadyl symbol, which was one hell of a feeling. It actually sold for the exact same amount that I put the offer in for, which I believe is on screen. Yeah, 1.4 mil, 1.4 bill and 6 mil. That was our third and final piece that we needed, so I went ahead and withdrew the other two pieces, lined them up, and this, again, like I said, I've wanted this for so long. I really wanted a Fractured Staff of Armadyl. I'm really sorry that I didn't have the patience to do a journey with the episode 2, but of course the next journey will be getting the rest of the things that we need to create the ultimate setup. As we are running low on money, we need to get things like the Armadyl Battle Staff in an Essence of Finality. We need another Essence of Finality. We need a dual wield setup. We need the Reaver's Ring. There's quite a few things that we need to get, and that is going to be our next journey. And of course, learning how to use the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. So as you can see on screen, I've just augmented the Staff of Armadyl, and again, I can't reiterate this enough. It felt so good to finally put this piece on. A huge shout out to the guys in Discord that persuaded me to just sell the Seismic and get the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. There have been some requests both privately and in the Discord to create a video that is going through the rotation and just how good this staff really is. I'm sure you guys know that it's very powerful, but it doesn't come with just a cheat code. You know, you need to be able to know how to use it. There are rotations, but once you get that down, I'm told it's very easy and very effective. So don't worry, the next video coming up on the channel will be breaking down what it's like to have the Armadyl Battle Staff just as a tier 95 weapon when you're camping it, what the importance and the effects and the damage increases are of adding all the extra things on top. The Calgarian Demon, the Switch, the Grimoire, the Insight Fear spell, the Smoke Cloud, all of it. We're going to add all of those together one by one to see just how effective it can become. So don't worry, that is coming soon. I'm sure you guys want to see what I make of it and how you guys can learn how to get Staff of Armadyl when the time finally happens. But as I said, I am completely stoked. It looks absolutely nuts. I mean, just look at that thing. It's gorgeous. So let's jump in to some footage of me using the Fractured Staff of Armadyl for the very first time. So as you can see, we actually have the normal setup that you saw in the previous clip, but we also have the Fracture Stuff Armadillo with Precise 6, Equilibrium 4 for now. It's not pimped out properly. I didn't have enough money to afford the rest. We scraped enough money to get the Wand of the Psyware Elders as well with Planted Feet. Obviously it needs another perk as well. We're using the Lantern as our offhand, and we have our Luck of the Draws and our Channeler's Ring that's also upgraded. That's what we had in place already. Now, at the time when I did this, the very first boss I went to was Hellweir, and I managed to shave the kill all the way down from, I think it was 40-something seconds, 47 seconds, down to 33.6 seconds. And that was with the current setup you're looking at now, and without the switch. I didn't have my switch at all. I didn't use the dual wield. I literally only used the staff. The next boss that I did, which was just recently, was the... what's his name? I'll have to find him. The Magister is his name. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. And I got this kill also to 34.8 seconds. So the staff is already proving its worth, and that is without the perks that I've also now purchased. So let me show you those perks now. That would be the Reaver's Ring that we've managed to grab ourselves. And we also got the Essence of Finality with the Armadillo Battle Staff perk. So again, these are even more upgrades. And of course, we've got the Calgarian Demon, but we've had him already. That's fairly cheap to run. And I'm not going to use the Grimoire just now because it's about 10 mil an hour to run. And I've spoken to a few other people and they just think it's not really worth it. Although it is best in slot, it's not really worth the amount of money unless you're doing the right content. Right, so for the second or third time ever, I'm going to do some live content, and let me know what you guys think of this style. I'm just going to deposit some shark. I don't need these. We're going to do normal mode care pack just to test out the stuff, and we're going to refresh our demon. So let's refresh the demon. We've got the Reaver's Ring, we've got the Fracture Staff of Armadillo, and we've got the Book of Jazz. So it's only got 14 minutes on it. Let me just put some more pages in there. I'll flip. Oh, there we go. We've got loads and loads of these pages because we've done so much Carapack. So this is really, really cheap to run. These are 31k each. Yeah, so it's literally like 40k an hour to run, which is much, much cheaper than 10 mil an hour using the Grimoire. So let's go and charge our adrenaline. We've got our Infernal Puzzle Box. If you guys don't know this, the Infernal Puzzle Box is offering the Wilderness Refresh thing that works outside of the wilderness. The adrenaline will not drain outside of combat, which is absolutely nuts. I was using this as a convenience thing in my archaeology thing. So this is really worth doing. And of course, as I did in my Daughter of Chaos walkthrough guide on the channel, if you want to go check that out to do the quest, it's very simple. You get an 11% damage reduction and 6% increased damage dealt to monsters in the wilderness. So we will be doing a wilderness video as well. We've got quite a lot of stuff coming up. So, you know, fingers crossed that you guys enjoy what's to come. So again, we're just going to jump into this. We're going to just chuck, actually, maybe we should use something. We'll use Maniacal. I need to refresh this anyway, so we're not going to extend it. We're just going to chuck Maniacal on. We're going to use our Overload. We're going to use our Renewal, and we're just going to jump into it. Now, the other thing, of course, is that I've barely used this staff at all, but we're going to just, you know, hope that we know what we're doing, basically. I think I've already messed up a little bit anyway. So we're just we're gonna use Anticipation, this, and then we're gonna use Tendrils with the staff spec. And it makes oh, we didn't even use Tsunami, so we've absolutely already messed this up. But in fairness, actually, you can already see how strong this staff is, because I've already got a skip for the jumping phase basically already. That's, I mean, I would count that basically as a skip. The other thing, we definitely need to use Tsunami. So as I said, I am very new to this, so bear with me, guys. Yeah, we're just doing our best right now. But yeah, I mean, look at this thing go. I mean, we're hitting crits and numbers and damage and all sorts all over the place, as you can see. And we haven't got the Eridus Grimoire, so the Grimoire's not on, and we're still hitting these numbers that are doing really nice amounts of work. But yeah, I mean, this is basically, I'm just showing you raw footage of this stuff. I'm not editing anything down. I'm making mistakes. I'm doing it very, very chill. You know, nothing's too fancy here, right? Like, everything's pretty self-explanatory for you. No fancy switches, nothing like that at all. Can we get the tsunami off before the restart? No, we did. I don't think we did. Right, we're going to anticipate. We're going to use the staff spec. And now we're going to use this. Right, so yeah. So now we're going to get adrenaline back with all our crits, you see. So there we go. So there's a simple rotation for you. And look at that. I mean, what just happened? His health is just gone already. It's crazy. So again, we're just literally just bursting this guy down at this point. I mean, it's almost not. It's so, oh, luck of the doors, quick. Oh, okay, cool. Right, there you go. How long was that? It was 2 minutes and 4 seconds with mistakes. I didn't even use Tsunami for my first staff spec, which is just a bit crap. One thing I have noticed a little bit after doing just a few kills is that this staff will really shine on bosses that take longer to kill. Now, when I say longer, I don't mean ages, but like, for example, on Hellweir, that's a 30-second kill. So the staff, although, yes, it helped me a lot, I still had like 6 seconds or something left of the staff spec, or 6 or 7 seconds, which obviously means that I could have got 6 or 7 seconds of more damage off, but the boss is already dead. So keep that in mind if you do have a Staff of Armadyl yourself, that you can just, you know, look into that. So next I jumped over to Gregovich just to see if I can get myself a personal best here. Again, with the staff, just doing simple rotations. Please bear with me with these clips, guys. Obviously, I'm not experienced with the staff. I've only just got it. I'm just trying it out. I will do some research and I will have a play around and I will do a video based on the research that I find and what works best. But as you can see, we managed to grab ourselves a personal best with an improvement of over 7 seconds, which is absolutely insane considering I very rarely use magic here anyway. So the next place I went to was the Twin Furies, and unfortunately my recording software messed up, but I did actually get a personal best by a couple of seconds, not too many seconds, but some, and we did get a Crest of Zamrak, as you can see there, which is very nice. And don't forget, guys, I have only just got this staff and it's already proving its worth, but I don't know absolutely anything really about how to use it, the rotations or anything. I will do some research. So please don't get too annoyed watching this. I'm just doing my best. I'm also going to go back to full manual like I used to before because I think the Revolution is kind of messing things up. But to finalize this, I went over to Vindicta. I do have some very quick times with a melee berserk setup, which of course is more burst damage, and Vindicta does die fast enough. And as I said before, I think the staff is probably best suited for slightly longer fights. But I do actually get a personal best by an absolute fraction on Vindicta, even though berserk is obviously very, very strong for burst damage. But again, it's an improvement, and I don't really know much about the staff. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. So that about sums up this video, guys. It's gone on a little bit longer, but I hope you don't mind, and I hope you like the live commentary side of it with the Kerapac stuff. Of course, I'm sure it's very painful for all those that use the Staff of Armadyl to watch me do this for the first time without doing any research, but apologies to all of you that are finding it painful. It's already proving its worth in some cases. I've got lots of work to do and a long way to go, but I will get there, and thank you all for joining me on this journey. It means the world. I'll see you all in the next video.